One, two, three, and...
Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing a vinyl update video just showing some records that I've purchased over the past couple of months. These ones, some of them do go way back to I think sort of like August, September time even. There's quite a fair bit of variety in this video. So yeah, we'll just get cracking with a couple of new releases and reissues, those sort of things. So I've got a couple of new albums that have come out this year that I will show briefly here, because I will do a top 10 albums of 2025 video, but I got this one here, which is the new one by David Byrne, which is called Who Is the Sky, and this is a really nice version of it, because it's got this kind of lovely lenticular kind of cover there, which is really cool. It's got really colourful, vibrant artwork on it. It's a coloured vinyl one, this as well. There he is there, and it's a really fun, upbeat album. This, I think, a lot of kind of brass on it, in places, but it's a really good. It's a really good record. This, and then there's a massive poster as well, which I won't get out, but you can see sort of the scale of it there. It's pretty big. Another release from this year, although I think this one came out slightly earlier in the year, but I only just got around to picking it up now, is the new one by the Chameleons, called Arctic Moon. Chameleons are great. The Manchester band from the early to mid 80s. This is their first album in quite a few years, I believe, under the name Chameleons. I think they went through a few different name changes. I think they were Chameleons Vox for a time, for some reason, but they're back to just being Chameleons here. And this is a great record. There's some really cracking songs in it. Lady Strange is really catchy song, really melodic stuff. Feels Like the End of the World, is really good. If you're into it's not gothy, but it's kind of got that sort of shoegaze kind of quality to it. It's really good, this album by the Chameleons. And then another new release here from a band who are slightly more obscure here, but I really like them though. They are called Sandra's Wedding, and this is the album Artus Rex, a new album that just came out. They're a Yorkshire-based band. I think they're from Hull, or the Hull area, and it's very much if you're into the Smiths, Paul Heaton, that sort of thing. It's a very sort of similar vibe. This album is maybe not my favourite of the ones that they put out, certainly compared to that album from 2 years ago. This one is a lot more mellower, a lot more kind of strings on it and that. But I do really like the artwork on it. It's really nicely done, and I think this is on a green vinyl as well here. So yeah, that's Sandra's Wedding there. Okay, and they've also got a couple of newer reissues as well. So this album was probably one of the most highly anticipated reissues of the year, which was the Buckingham Nicks album here, a classic album of theirs from 1973, I think it originally came out, but didn't do anything. It was a massive flop, and but this is the first time that it has been reissued on vinyl, so it's easily gettable now, which is really good. And this is a great record as well. It's not one that I was familiar with before picking up this reissue, but essentially this is the blueprint for kind of mid to late 70s Fleetwood Mac. It's right here. It's just quite striking to see how Buckingham and Nicks were able to just sort of walk into Fleetwood Mac essentially and completely transform their sound, and in a way turn it into their own sound, which had its origins on this album. So the fantastic record here, Buckingham Nicks. Another reissue here. Probably didn't need to get this one, but it is a nice reissue of it though, and it's the debut album by Field Music, one of my favourite bands going. This is a 20th anniversary edition of their debut album here. They did a few gigs. I went to see them in Sunderland, so hometown gig for them, where they basically just did all the kind of early field music stuff, so the stuff on this album and Tons of Town, and it was a fantastic gig. I think they filmed it and started putting some bits of it like on YouTube as well. But again, the reason why I got this was because this has also got a bonus disc that's got a load of B-sides and some demos and such like on it, and they're both on nice coloured vinyl here, and yeah, like a lot of nice photos of them as well. So yeah, 20 years of field music here. This is the reissue of their debut album. Another new release now actually, but again linked to a gig that I was at a couple of months back. I went to see Robert Forster like in Edinburgh, and been really getting into like the go-betweens like this past year. So I just happened to see that Robert was playing like in Edinburgh, so I thought, you know what, like I'm gonna go. And yeah, I mean he did mostly his own solo stuff, which sounded really good actually. Actually, but like a lot of it like wasn't massively familiar with. But then, of course, he then did a handful like of go-betweens tracks like as well, like Draining the Pool and Clouds and a few other ones as well, like Die for Your Memory. Great to hear like him do that one. So yeah, but this is his new album called Strawberries here, and you can see that like he signed it there. This was just one they had available like at like the merch stand, so it was pre-signed there. And then there's the back of it there. A very fine album here. Let's say album, there's only 8 tracks on it, so it's maybe a little bit short, but it is pretty good though. So yeah, that is Robert Forster and Strawberries. And then I also picked up these two as well that came out, 2 new Lilac Time releases here. So this first one here is a live album, I think originally recorded in 2007, I want to say, so it dates back a little bit, but really good. It really makes me want to I guess like I was going to say, like go and see the Lilac Time live, but they've probably not played full gigs probably since like this album came out, like all like was like recorded. So it's a real shame because they sound absolutely amazing like on like this live album. And then this is a reissue of one of their late 90s albums that I think this is maybe the first time like it's been put out like on vinyl. It's an album called Looking for a Day in the Night, I think. Yes. And it's a good album here, not quite as good as Astronauts and Love for All and those kind of like the late 80s ones, but still a pretty solid record here though, from the late 90s, 1999 originally, on the Needle Mythology label there. Next Up Now is not a recent reissue, but it is one that I have picked up like in like the past couple of months here, and been really getting into like the Lightning Seeds like a fair bit. So this is a copy of Dizzy Heights, which is their 4th or 5th album, I think. Again, like late 90s album here. Again, I think with this, it's the first time on vinyl for this one, and it's on a lovely blue vinyl like as well. Some great songs there, like Sugar Coated Icebergs, fantastic song, and I think I also really like Fingers and Thumbs, I think as well, and You Showed Me was a single like as well. So now there's some really good stuff on this album. And then one of my last album reviews was a review of the Crowded House album Woodface, which I really enjoyed and like really got into that album like when I was sort of preparing for that review. So I thought that the kind of next logical move was to get a copy of the Finn Brothers album here, that came out originally in the late 90s, but then yeah, this is again I think the first time I got on vinyl. It's again on that Needle Mythology label, who do a fantastic job like with all of their reissues, and this is a really nice copy of it as well, because it's got the main album, which I think was just called Finn, but then this has then also got a whole bonus disc with demos on it, and some Woodface demos as well. So there's It's Only Natural, Weather With You, Four Seasons in One Day. I think like they're all like on like this album here. So no, very happy to get a copy of Finn there. Okay, next couple now are from a record shop in Falkirk I went to a couple of months back. Always do pretty well there, and their prices are like really reasonable like as well. So this was, I think, £20 I paid for this first one, which is a nice original copy of the James album 7 here. So early 90s, 1992, and there's some great songs there. on here, like Born of Frustration's fantastic, and Sound again was another single. So yeah, fantastic stuff by James there. And this next one now was a complete blind buy, like actually, which I don't often do, although yeah, I've maybe started to do a little bit more recently. You know, if you can kind of see from a cover, I suppose, like if I feel that I'm going to like enjoy something. And this was the case with this one where it was cheap. It was £5, and I thought, okay, they look like a band that I'd probably be into. So it's called Blab Happy, and this was early 90s. This one, 1991. It's on F-Beat Records, which was I think Elvis Costello's label that he owned, or like either owned it or like he was certainly like on like that label. And this is a really good album. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the best thing I've ever heard, but for a £5 blind buy, I thought was like a really good purchase actually. And it's a really lovely copy as well of this. It's got the inserts there. It's also got a wee poster as well with it, which is really nice. Which I'll just fold out there. So yeah, really good stuff here. Like early 90s kind of jangle pop sort of thing. So really very much my sort of thing really. But no, a good record here though. So yeah, Blab Happy, and the album is called Boat there. Okay, I also got a couple of singles like at like that record shop like in Falkirk like as well. So I picked up this one, which is by The Police there. Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic. Yeah, classic song, early 80s there. This one is a John Lennon one that I hadn't actually seen before. I copy Mind Games here, like in the original picture sleeve there, which is very nice. And this is on the Apple label, and it's got Meat City on the B-side. Another one I'd not seen before as well, kind of Beatles related, is Traveller Wilburys single for Nobody's Child. So this was it was a cover like off like the old standard basically, and this was a charity single as well. So I'm not sure exactly what charity it was. Well, it says like in aid of the Romanian Angel Appeal, and it's got a bit of text there from like Olivia Harrison like on like the back of it. But no, this is like the Wilburys doing Nobody's Child there. So yeah, not something like I'd seen like every day really. And then this one, another Lightning Seeds single here. This is for the song All I Want, which is a great track, the opening track on their debut album here. And it's a slightly different version, this single version as well. I actually maybe slightly prefer the single remix of it. Okay, next batch now are all from London, like when like I was visiting like a couple of months back. And the first ones here are all from a shop in a place called West Wickham, which is, I think it might actually be just slightly like outside like of London. But it's a fantastic shop. I think I just ended up just finding it like on Google and going there like it must have been about a year, 2 years ago, and found some absolute like cracking items there. So I thought that I would like pay a visit back, and again it certainly didn't disappoint. So they have a section kind of outside like of the cheap stuff basically, and I mean some of this was very like good value. So I mean like there was a couple I picked up almost like just in case I didn't see anything inside, but then ended up just like they were so cheap. I was like, I might as well just get these like in addition to all the other like ones like that I've seen. So I've had a copy of this, which is the Slade album here, Slade. Which was only £3, and normally this is like at least a tenner like this album. It's my first Slade album. I can't say like I'm a massive fan of theirs, but you know they were one of the big acts of like the early 70s. Like again, very like influential group, and like yeah. So I thought I would give this album a go here. Like again, like not had a chance to play it yet. Like looking forward to giving that one a spin. And then also got this one, which is an album by Lindisfarne, which is Fog on the Tyne. Again, another classic kind of early 70s album here. Kind of, sort of bit folky, this one, but really good stuff, though, by Lindisfarne. And then inside got a couple of 12-inch singles here So I got this one, which is Jesus and Mary Chain for the song Darklands from the album of the same name. One of my favourite albums of all time. So yeah, very glad to get this single with a lovely gatefold and really nice artwork on it there. And yeah, so that's this great single here. It's got cover of Surfing USA like on like the B-side like, which is actually a really good version of it. Got a couple of singles by the Bluebells there, like as well, which I've not seen before. So got a copy here of I'm Falling, which is a brilliant song. That really great song. Probably the Bluebells' best song, like I'd say, like I'm Falling. Really good stuff, and yeah, nice to get it like on a 12-inch there. And then I also got a copy here of Kath as well, which is a really fantastic song, and this has got a couple of versions of again like one of my favorite songs of theirs, like Will She Always Be Waiting, which is just an absolutely fantastic song. I think this one might have been produced by like Elvis Costello, the single, or certainly like that B-side was. So no, yeah, the Bluebells there, fantastic, yeah, Scottish group from the mid-80s. Okay, and then also picked up this one here as well, which is a Kitchens of Distinction single. Yeah, one of my favourite kind of shoegaze bands. This is a song called Drive That Fast. Probably their most popular song, like I'd say, like the one that people who are around might remember from MTV perhaps. You know, it was definitely like their big song. But this is a great, again, another lovely artwork single here with with like a great gatefold. And yeah, what's it? Yeah, you got like 3 B-sides on here which weren't on the album. So yeah, fantastic stuff here by Kitchens of Distinction. Okay, that's now I think was maybe recommended to me on Instagram. I think like someone gave me like a message and said like, have you heard this album? And I hadn't, and like I gave it a listen like on Spotify. I really liked it, so I was very happy to see a copy of it. So this is by a band called Furniture, and the album is The Wrong People. This is kind of mid-80s kind of synth pop, this album. But really good stuff here. Like again, good underrated band here. This is on the Stiff Records label as well, which is very nice. Must have kept going into like the mid-80s. This is 1986 on this one here. And then this one I think was a discovery from the YouTube channel that I've definitely mentioned like on my channel before, which is called Perfect Pop Songs. They always post like some really great songs like on there, and I'm sure this band came up, and I just so happened to click on it and was like, well, this is really good and like very much my sort of thing. It's a band called The Power of Dreams here, and this is the album called Immigrants, Emigrants and Me. Which is a very good record from 1990 on this one here, like on Polydor. It's a really good record here, very much kind of like Del Amitri sort of vibe to it. Like I think, you know, that kind of like good songwriting, good band performances like on here, like as well. So yeah, that is Power of Dreams there. Again, like another one, this is all still from that same shop, like in like West Wickham, was this one, which is by the Mighty Lemon Drops, and the album is called Sound here. This was again one that I'd never seen before. I think this is one of their later albums, because this again is a 90s one, 1991. So yeah, they had a lot of really good like 90s indie stuff again, like this shop, and this is just like another a good example. And this was only £8 as well, so I thought, heck, why not? You know, I've never seen it before, so like why not get it? And you know, like I've never seen it since really. And then also from that same shop, got a copy of the Triffids album, Born Sandy Devotional here. This is definitely the Triffids' most well-acclaimed album. It's definitely one of these kind of classic like Australian albums here. And this is a really, yeah. And like this is like a really good album here. A couple of absolutely fantastic songs. Wide Open Road, like in particular, like is just like a really like stunning track there. So yeah, Born Sandy devotional there by the Triffids. This one here is a bit of a not quite a grail find. Like I wouldn't quite go like as far as saying that, but it's definitely a kind of classic post-punk album, so ahead of its time really. It's by a band called The Sound, and the album is From the Lion's Mouth here. So yeah, very rarely see this now. This is this is quite a rare item here, and this is a brilliant album. 1981 it came out, but you know it sounds like it came from 10 years after. You know, it's just a really kind of timeless album. Like for me, great artwork there with like the lyrics, and this is on the Kavona label, so the same label as Echo and the Bunnymen were on that label like as well, and yeah, same kind of vibe sort of thing, like just great like alternative rock here. And then last one now from that West Wickham shop was this, which is a copy of Deacon Blues album, Whatever You Say, Say Nothing. This was their fourth album, I believe, and a little bit more tricky to get this one here, but I paid £28 for it, which I thought was pretty good actually. You know, like even if like they reissued this, which I don't think they have, you'd be talking about that, like if not more, for like the reissue. So thought, yeah, I have to get this one here. Again, it's not their best album. I definitely think with Deacon Blue, they started up here and then kind of every album maybe got slightly worse, I think. But they're still a great band, like a fantastic like Scottish band here, and there's some great artwork like on this one and some really good songs there. I think Your Town, like in particular, like, is like a really good song, quite different from them. It's a bit more like electronic-y, but they were kind of trying something new and different like on this album, which I guess you do have to like respect. And actually, I can tell a lie, like I'm not quite done from like the West Wickham shop. I got a couple of singles here, both Paul McCartney singles. So I got a copy here of No Other Baby from the Run Devil Run album here, which came originally in this kind of replica kind of parlophone style sleeve there. So that was a nice one to get. And then I also got a copy here of Off the Ground here, which is a US, it was only ever put out on vinyl as this kind of US jukebox single on a kind of white vinyl. Disappointingly though, it's actually like the B-side like on the CD was the full version of the song Cosmically Conscious, but for some reason on this 7-inch they've only put on the little snippet you actually get on the Off the Ground album. So like I thought I was getting like the full Cosmically Conscious there, but so maybe that was a bit disappointed and maybe didn't exactly need it. But you know, like I'm a big McCartney collector, so that's another one like ticks off the list there. Okay, so next couple now are all still from London, but these are from a shop in Beckenham. Like again, I forget what it's called. Nah, it's not going to come to me like the name, but yeah, I got a few bits and pieces here. So I got another album by 10,000 Maniacs, who have been slowly collecting their stuff over the past couple of months. This is an album called Blind Man Zoo here. I think was their third or fourth album here, and really good stuff here. 1989, and yeah, just very much continuing in that kind of vein. Like they had a sound and they stuck to it, and they do it really well. Very jangly. Natalie Merchant's fantastic singer, and yeah, like they are like a favourite of mine now. Got a couple of 12-inch singles here by a really good songwriter, again from like the early mid 80s, called Martin Stevenson and the Dainties. So this is one for like a song called There Comes a Time, which is a really fantastic song. I think it was from their album Salutation Road. I think that's where this one was from. Really good song. And then this one is one called Crocodile Crier, which again, a really fantastic song. I think it was one of these B-sides I wasn't massive one, I think. Can't remember like which one it was, but the main songs are really, really, really good, like on both of these singles, which again I'd like never seen before. Okay, another classic album here from the early 80s on this one, a great post-punk album by a band called the Feelies here. This is called Crazy Rhythms is the name of the album, and this is really good. Like if you're into like any kind of guitar music, like sort of like alternative post-punk, like this is a really, really, really strong album, really fun, like vibrant album. Yeah, like there's a lot of like good stuff on here, including a cover of the Beatles, Everybody's Got Something to Hide Except for Me and My Monkey, which is a really good like version of it, like as well they do like on here. Okay, still from the shop in Beckenham, which I think must have been called, yeah, it's called Wanted Music, just based on like the sticker there. And I got a copy of this, which is a Del Amitri 10-inch single for the song Be My Downfall. Now this was still sealed, but I have actually like opened it up, which I'm quite glad I did actually, you know, like with like these sort of things. I don't see the point like in keeping like a record sealed. So yeah, it's lost some of its value, but it was only a £5 anyway. So yeah, it was hardly like the most valuable thing like in like the world, but it also comes with a really nice poster as well, which I'll just quickly open up here. So you get the lyrics on one side and then a picture from the single cover there, which just looks really good, doesn't it? So yeah, that is Del Amitri, Be My Downfall from the Change Everything album there. Okay, and now just to finish up, I've got a couple of singles here, again also from London. I think these were all from the shop on Berwick Street. They're called Reckless Records, the one opposite Sister A, like again did really well here. I could have bought a lot more because they had quite a few by one artist, like in particular who like I am like a collector of, but seeing as I'd spent all that money there like in London the day before, you know, I kind of felt I had to restrain myself a bit, but that didn't happen. So yeah, but I got a few bits and pieces here. So this first one here is an Oasis single, which is for Roll With It. Fantastic song with a great B-side. It's Better People, one of my favourite like Oasis songs. Like it's Better People, probably I'd say like better than Roll With It actually, like as a song. So yeah, great to get that one. I got a copy here like of the Style Council single for A Solid Bond in Your Heart, but this is a gatefold version of it, which I didn't have. So no, fantastic song, like one of my favourite Style Council songs, like A Solid Bond in Your Heart, just a great Northern Soul stomper. Picks up this one as well, which is a Lightning Seeds one for a song called Joy from their debut album. Really good wee song there. It was only £2, so I thought, heck, why not? So yeah, the shop did have a lot of Paul Weller related items. So I think I ended up getting a Jam one, a Style Council one, and then 3 solo singles, but I could have quite easily bought double if not triple like that like amount, just based on how much they had and that and like ones like I didn't like already have. So you know, maybe next time like I'm in London, you know, I'll pop in and see like if they've still got any, like, but yeah, like I got this one here, which is the Jam, and that's Entertainment. This was an import single, so not actually released like in like the UK, but sold like so many copies that it actually entered like the UK charts. That's Entertainment there. Really, really, really great song. I'm glad to get it. I got a 7-inch there. I got this one as well, which is another Style Council one, which is for Come to Milton Keynes here, but it's in a different sleeve to the one that I'm familiar with. Like I didn't know what this was like initially. Lovely condition like as well. It's still very glossy like on like the back there. And yeah, really good song. And this has got a song called When You Call Me on the B-side, which again is a really, really, really good B-side. Okay, also got these solo Paul Weller singles here. So I got this one, which is for a song called The Bottle, which was on his Studio 150 album of covers here. Never seen this before, didn't even know this had been released like on like a 7-inch. Like yeah, I had to pick this one up on like a numbered limited edition one there. I got a copy here of a song called Here's the Good News from the As Is Now album from 2005. Again, these singles I very, very, very like rarely see them, so yeah, I was very happy to pick that one up for. That was £9, that one. And then this one was also £9. One of my favourite Weller songs from this era. Come On Let's Go. Really good stuff there. And this has got, it's a bit of a gatefold single, this one here. So it opens up like such a, yeah, I guess a bit of a waste of, a bit of a waste of a gatefold there, like if you ask me, actually. Couple more here just to finish up. Again, all still from Reckless Records, like in London. So I got a copy here of the New Pornographers single and Letter from an Occupant here. So this one, yeah, year 2000 here, their debut single, and yeah, again, like I very rarely see it. Like I think this is quite rare. Like from, yeah, as I said, like year 2000, great Canadian band, and yeah, this is one of their very best songs. So yeah, chances of seeing this again are probably slim to nil. And then got a couple of Belle and Sebastian singles as well. So again, stuff that I like to collect, but again, very rarely see. So this one is I'm Waking Up to Us, which is a really great song, a non-album single here from 2003, I want to say, like that kind of era. So yeah, really good song there, like I'm Waking Up to Us. And then this single here from the Life Pursuit album, so The Blues Are Still Blue here, which is a fantastic song, and naturally on a blue vinyl, which is really cool. So yeah, that is Belle and Sebastian. And I think that's where we'll leave it for this video. I had a larger pile pulled out there, but I think I will save that for like another time because I've rattled on for like far too long here. But yes, I hope you have enjoyed like the video there. If there's any album review requests like you want to see me do, please do leave them down below in the comments. And yep, I'll see you all next time for the next video. Goodbye.